So I'm standing outside, and it's real pretty out here right now. I need to rain it, but it feels real cool. It's not too hot. And if you want to go somewhere, it's not raining so hard that you can't run some errands. But but oh, I had wanted to say that I was all up in people's business, but I gotta go and find me some things to fill my time. Idle hand. They say idle hands that's a cliche. Idle hands is a devil workshop. An idle mind is a devil workshop. That's a cliche. I think I gotta go find me some things to get busy with, and obviously I need to be doing something. But I want to say, you might feel like, well, what if that marriage not supposed to work out? Well, now that everything is calmed down and everybody done got back in their lane and not spinning out of control all across the freeway, go sit down in private and bring some things up. Maybe they had to happen. Maybe they can't say, look, this is how I feel. Well, bitch, leave. Maybe they not prepared to hear. Well, I feel like this. I feel like this. And then, because they might say, well, you can leave then. Maybe they need somebody to sit down with them and help facilitate that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like this. I won't even say nothing. You could come. When you clock out of work, I have a nice little deal drawing letter on all fireplaces for you. I would. But that's evil to do that, because then it breeds more bad feelings, more anger. And you don't want that to spill over into the family. And you don't want that attitude to hurt the kids. You have a beautiful family. You don't want them to end up growing up looking cray-cray. You know what I'm saying? They got this family that's in entertainment. I watch a lot of news. I need to quit watching entertainers' lives. But there's this family entertainment, and by outward appearances, they seem perfect. But they children crazy as hell. And you wonder what the fuck they doing for to make them children like that. That's you wondering. What the fuck are you doing? You standing up there like you miss that Miss Perfect. But what the fuck are you doing that your children is crazy? But I'm finna leave that alone, because I need to get out entertaining and it's just personal life. But get you somebody who will sit down and mediate that conversation. Maybe some things need to be talked about. Maybe they do need to separate. Maybe they do need a divorce. Maybe they do need to move on. Maybe they need to nip some shit in the bud. I can see why would be a lot of anger there. You know what I'm saying? Because for one thing, if there's a divorce, then how much of his shit is she gonna get? Shit, she already left him with an empty bank account. Bank account already gone. She done cut that nigga jugular and just let him hang upside down and drip dry. She done cut that bank account and hung it upside down and dripped it dry. And then the judge want to make him give us some more shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can imagine, how that's something very difficult to move forward with. You know what I'm saying? So well, is it possible that she's wealthy enough now that they can both agree that they'll just take what they have and go? You know what I'm saying? And he can only be held responsible for the kids financially. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got 4 kids. I don't know what the judge's order will be. For him his responsibility on behalf of the kids. You know what I'm saying? But let me get out of their business, because she might want to hang that nigga upside down. The Lord have resurrected him. The Lord have resurrected him and fill his pockets back up. and she finna bleed his ass dry again. So we don't know, but hopefully they can find a way to do that. That where they don't have to hurt nobody. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I think obviously a lot of people gonna get hurt. A lot of people gonna get hurt. That was a high stakes relationship from the beginning. That was a high stakes relationship from the beginning. She made a lot of changes in her life to be a part of that man, to have that man a part of her life. She made a lot of changes. That was a high stakes relationship, and so a lot of people gonna get hurt. A lot of people going. What you mean in high stakes? I mean, if you go to the casino and you put $1 million on the table and somebody next you put $5 million, who have more to lose? High stakes. That she put a lot in. It was very important to her. She risked a lot for that. It's only gonna be one winner. You see what I'm saying? Somebody's finna fuck up and lose millions of dollars. Either way they go. Either fucking way they go. This next roll, somebody's finna fuck up. So there was a lot. That was a high stakes relationship. That was very important. So I hope that everything works out. I hope everything works out. I think they need somebody to mediate. Whether they stay together or whether they separate, they need a mediator. Cause it might take him a minute to get his financials back. It might take him 2 or 3 hours to get his financials back. So, but I think he needs to learn how to sit up and sit down and be quiet. Look at this woman. What she call herself? She don't call herself no matriarch. She call herself a mompreneur. Look at this woman turn each one of her kids into billionaires. It's more to finances than just music. It's more to finances than just music. I sit right there and learn all that strategy she got. I won't say shit. I sit right there and learn. Not only that, what I learned, I will make sure that the children, that them children is picking up on some of that. I would. I bring them to the office with me. I would. I bring the children to the office with me, let them answer the phone, let them sign some checks. I would. I let them go to the office with grandma. I would. Let them go to the office with grandma. I put a little suit on and give her a little briefcase and let her go to the office with grandma. Go to the office with grandma. I would. I sure would. That's what I'm thinking about. This man is real stupid. But I ain't gonna lie. That's what I thought when she married him. But she probably ain't got much more sense he got. She probably ain't got much more sense than he got. I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm sitting up here making an assumption that she got sense. She probably ain't got much more sense than he got, y'all. So with that being said, let me get out of people. I know I have freedom of speech because they are public figures, and as long as I don't do nothing illegal. What you mean illegal? Well, I don't slander them, I don't begin to say, oh, I know that. I know for a fact he a pedophile and he a child rapist. And he is, and he a thief. And she's a thief and she embezzling money and stuff. Well, of course, that's slander. And that would be illegal. But that's not true. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. That's it. That's his wife. And she entitled to go get that money out of his account when she get ready. I said she can go get But anyway, financials can be hard. Financials can be hard in a relationship. It can be hard. I ain't never was with a wealthy man before. I ain't lying. And I ain't never had a bunch of kids for a wealthy man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could say, and boyfriend I had took care of me. You know what? Shit, rent is $800. We gas up the car for $100 a week. You go buy groceries, that's $100 a week. Shit, I go shopping and get anything I want every payday. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I ain't spending shit. I'm not spending a couple $1,000 a month. Shit. Then he throwing me $1,000 every week cash. Shit, he ain't got shit to lose. He ain't losing shit. So I ain't never really had no bad breakup like that. Because he ain't really losing no millions of dollars. So So, I can imagine how difficult that must be. I can imagine how difficult that must be. But I hope all that works out. I hope all that works out for the family. And I'm gonna have to find something to do with my time so I can get out and entertain this person's life. So with that being said, I hope everything works out. And I hope you wish me well. I'm not asking for anything. Apparently you ain't got but a few niggas yourself. So, and you gotta figure out how much the children gonna get. So you gonna have to do something. But I said my ass right there for a little while longer. I would. She done learned all that business knowledge that woman got. I would. I said my ass right there and learn all that business knowledge that woman got. I would. Shit, I leave with 3-4 albums in the bank and some more business enterprises. I would. I sure would. Anyway, nobody asked me. Nobody asked me that. So, when Cindy, when you gonna get your camera? Oh, nigga, I always got something dirty to say. When you gonna get your camera? I don't know. I'm sitting down finna make a plan about my job. That's all I need to worry about, the job. And I have things that are a priority. I seen a tiny house I want to go ahead and purchase. So I was finna call the builder asking how much he would charge me or who he recommend to turn it into a living space. You know what I'm saying? To put a kitchen and a bathroom, to turn it into a living space. Who he recommend and how much we charge. How much we charge. I know a whole. Now the last condo I was in, I was renting it, but they had it costed $20,000 flat for to go in and redo the cabinets, this everything. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna cost a little more than that, because he's doing more than just redoing the interiors. He's actually installing and insulation and stuff. So, but I was about to call and ask him, this is it. This is the layout. This is the square footage. What am I looking at to turn this into a living space? So that's what I need to do before I do anything. This apartment is okay, and if I get a camera, I might make a couple of videos here. But I think I need to have priorities. And owning my own living space is gonna be one for me. That's a priority for me. But I have for a lot of reasons. So yeah, and of course I need to pray. I need to spend a lot of time praying, if not all my time praying. All my time praying. Some woman drove up on me yesterday, white woman with a man in the car. Beautiful, very beautiful brunette woman. Brunette, dark hair, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Drove up on me, she asked me, is something wrong? And I wasn't doing anything. I was chewing on something I had bought out the store. I don't know if I had some peppermints or something I was eating. But I think I had some mints. I had a bag of mints I was eating. And I'm like, I didn't say not smiling and told her everything's fine. I'm like, what is that all about? I don't want to try to guess at what she wanted. Or like as if, all the whites are after me. You know what I'm saying? I do think I'm dealing with something evil. Don't get me wrong. I think I'm dealing with something evil. But I don't want to walk around with a consciousness that everybody is, coming after me. But when stuff like that happens, you confirm that. You confirm what I'm saying. You confirm what I'm saying. That's the second time a white woman did that. I was at the gym and I was coming out. And she walked over to me out of nowhere. I mean, that's why vlogging is good, because you will see the landscape of the people in my life, and why that would be strange for somebody random to walk up to you. and start talking to you. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I don't have the white people that are a part of the landscape of my life. Don't just walk up to me out of random places and just start saying shit to me. You know. So that's why that's strange to me. You know what I'm saying? You might get a black walk up and say, hey, sister, you know, what's up? I like your scarf. You know, power to the people, because this might look like a little head wrap up. Especially if I do this in a kente. If I get a kente fabric and do it, you might get one of them power to the people walking up and saying how cool they think it is and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather get, but anyway, I'm not going to, like I say, when stuff like that happens, it confirms the idea that